Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I want to try to get a couple of quick movie reviews in here before I get back to playing some World of Warcraft. I've seen 10 movies already this year, and so I'm just not going to get to them all, but I do want to do some quick ones here, real quick for you. Um, this movie is Dracula. It is from 2025 apparently, but it didn't hit theaters in my area until a couple weeks ago. I went and checked it out. It's probably already out of the theaters. You'll probably need to find it on streaming, but if you can find it in the theater, it's a decent movie. It's worth a watch if you don't have anything else you really want to see and you want to go to the movies. That's kind of why I saw it. I actually really wanted to see it though because it has the main, who I consider the main actor is Christoph Waltz. He just plays the character priest, so it's very similar to the Dracula story that you're familiar with. There are definitely some tweaks and changes to it. Um, a little bit of the Nosferatu changes, but not a lot. It's more Dracula than Nosferatu. Um, and it's a very serious movie, but they definitely do some quirky changes. Like they have a scene that's almost like a dance music number. It's kind of weird. I'll just throw that out there. They made a change that I don't believe is in the books or the original movie, and I don't know where they got it from. It's kind of a weird change. Let me know if I'm wrong, if you're familiar with the book or the movie, and I'm just something I'm not remembering. He has like Dracula has this cologne that he has designed and made that attracts women to him. So there's a scene, and you're probably very familiar with the scene where Dracula goes into a convent, right? And even in that scene, he puts the cologne on, right? And then all the nuns are like, "Oh, it's weird. It's weird. I'm just gonna say it's weird." There's this montage of him going to different cities and going to their balls, balls, but they're dances where all the high class rich people go to, right? And he's bouncing around from city to city, and he's getting all these women to come to him or whatever, right? Anyways, I don't think that's in the original story, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. So this is written and directed by Luc Besson. It's also written by Bram Stoker. They have to give him a credit here because it is pretty much the Dracula from Bram Stoker. And then the actors are Caleb Landry Jones, Christoph Waltz, which is the main reason I went and saw it, and then Zoe Blue. So let's see, where are these actors from? Try to keep this one quick for you guys. Caleb Landry Jones has a very familiar face, but it's a very distinct face. But when I started looking to see where he's from, X-Men First Class, he was Banshee Cassidy. Finch, he was Jeff and Finch. What else is he known for? He was in Dogman, Douglas Munro. Um, the Dead Don't Die, he was Bobby Wiggins, right? So there was a couple of places that I may have seen him before, and that's why his face just stuck out to me. But he's not like a well-known actor. He does a pretty good job in this movie. I'm not going to knock him too much. I think it's probably more the writing was quirky as opposed to him, and the directing was kind of quirky as opposed to him. But it is him. He's Dracula, so so he gets that right. He gets that thrown on him. But Vlad, does it? Is that what it does? Does it say Vlad and then Dracula? Is the characters Vlad Dracula? Yes. So he starts out at the beginning of the movie as Vlad, obviously, with his wife, which is Elizabeta, um, and and then as the story goes, he goes off. The priest or the pope sends him off to war. While he's off at war, his wife is killed. He actually kind of makes it back, but isn't in time to save her, which I think is a little different too. Um, that scene didn't need to be in the movie, but it is. It's a decent scene, I guess, but it didn't need to be there. He could have just came back and she could have been dead. Um, Christoph Waltz plays the priest character, and so let's go ahead and you know him. He's the big actor in this movie. He's from Inglorious Bastards, of course, Django Unchained. So Quentin Tarantino loves this guy. Um, the Zero Theorem and Carnage. Only I guess he was in Only Murders in the Building. I need to watch that series. He was in Frankenstein, kind of similar character, and actually, but like not really because priest and a doctor. Anyways, he was in a movie called Old Guy. Um, he was in Pinocchio. Guillermo. No, he was just a voice in that. Um, Anything else I want to touch on here? You guys are familiar with him. He's great. I love him. He's great in Inglorious Bastards. And yeah, I wanted to see how he did in this. The other main character is Zoe Blue, or actress is Zoe Blue. She plays Elisabetta. And her, what do you know her from? Gonzo Girl and Signs of Love. She hasn't done a whole lot other than that. And anybody else I want to touch on? No, that's okay. There are other characters in this. Oh wait, you know what? I do. There's isn't there one other character? The main doctor character. Oh, so when I was saying he was sent off by a priest or the pope, it was actually a cardinal. Just the name cardinal. Um, Guillermo de Tuc. Anyways, plays Dumont. Good enough. All right, so I want to keep, like I said, I want to kind of keep this short. So basically, it is the Dracula you're familiar with. It is a pretty good retelling of it. There's some really kind of cheesy choices that they make with, like I said, the dance scene and some of the story twists. The gargoyles are really kind of cheesy. There are gargoyles in it. They're kind of cheesy and like almost like silly. So there's some weird stuff in it. It's probably not in the theaters anymore. Watch it on streaming. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day.